Hey, Ma, I just want to let you know how grateful I am to have been your son. This is in pure sincerity. Now that I am no longer your son, it's easy to see what it is I can actually be grateful for. And I want to give you this thank you. I am grateful, and I can't be more grateful. I'm grateful for you cheating on my dad and attacking him in front of me when I was small. I remember the scratch on his head he carried to remind us again and again the fear I felt watching his heart break and him cry. What was I? 3, 4? It scared me into serious abandonment issues I had to work through and clear 3 decades later. It's great because I'm no longer afraid to be completely alone. I could be alone in hell and just be fine until the day I die now. So thank you. I'm grateful you blamed my dad for your divorce and announced all his faults all the time when we were kids. It kept me and my brother, even if he's unaware of this, on our toes with the both of you guys because we didn't want either one of you to get upset. Over time of constantly managing emotions, we became extremely numb to feeling emotions altogether. This really helped us navigate the landscape of relationships with other people because we could step outside of our own emotions and manipulate our way into the hearts of people. And when they were happy, we could keep the peace within ourselves. For me, once the roller coaster of an anxiety and depression turned into wild swings of extreme lethargy and panic attacks because of hyper-dependence of emotional regulation with other people, I was forced to learn how to self-regulate. This is awesome because it opened me up to a world I couldn't see before. The world of feeling, myself and other people. The kinds of relationships I have with people now are amazing. A ton of nonverbal connection that feed positive feelings of more energy, real motivation, clearer vision, and healthy co-regulation. I'm grateful for you disappearing for weekends at a time with me and my brother, with barely any food when I was 11, because I learned how to cook, which ingrained an easy reward system in the way I operate. In hindsight, I saw how I was making meals to get a pat on the head that acted as a social survival mechanism, bargaining my way through familial ties and giving me a pathway to take the easy way. More like always having something in my pocket to leverage as merit during conflict with family. So challenging myself is more like taking myself off the hook of pursuing my highest excitement. Let me remind you, this is not blame. This is gratitude. I'm grateful as hell to know the difference between covert contracting and just naturally pursuing the things that deeply fulfill me because it's what my soul is called to do in the world, and being rewarded for and loved for it from the most wonderful human beings in the world finally. So it's as if this event was the catalyst that restored my faith in humanity. I'm grateful for when I defended you from the abuse of my stepdad and you ended up telling the cops I started it and I was thrown in jail. This wasn't my first betrayal wound or the last, but definitely one of the sharpest. Betrayal was the one wound that kept hammering me over and over again until I had no choice but to face the brutality of it at the end of COVID when she cheated and wouldn't let him go. Things got violent and I was forced to leave my family. This betrayal wound that kept replaying in my life was presenting itself over and over because I refused to look at how I was betraying myself. Learned behavior, ways of thinking and navigating the world that was ass backwards from being true. I healed these wounds. Betrayal is now a thing in the past. Betrayal cannot happen to me anymore. No one can betray me. Not because they're not capable or I put up safeguards. It's due to the fact that I am incapable of putting myself in the position where I expect something so impossible from them that betrayal is almost inevitable. People are free, sovereign beings, free to choose to love whoever they want. That includes me. And love and service are two separate things. I recommend reading the Four Agreements. It's a good starting point. I often hear it's naive, but that's always coming from wounding. It's not naive to have the courage to step into love for others unconditionally. It's naive to think that it comes with conditions, because that is not love. Why am I grateful for all this? I'll tell you why. Because of the memory I keep. The long and deep memory. I remember shit. So with that conscious awareness, I get to be the one to see, clear, and heal these traumas carried throughout generations upon generations upon generations. I get to be the one to root out old wounds you carry, your parents carried, their parents, 10,000 times over. It goes so far back. I get to be the one to do that. It's fucking awesome. This is how I am making the greatest impact in the world. I'm grateful to be the witness. Not just in my mind's eye, but in a felt sense. I've felt my DNA change. I've felt experience to the pain of ancient wounds. I'm grateful to heal those within myself and help those who seek that healing within themselves as well. This has all been just scratching the surface in a way you can probably not comprehend. My growth goes way beyond this in ways I only anticipate I can share with people closest to me. So thank you so much for doing your very best. I mean it. We all carry trauma that we don't get to choose. I've never cried foul or said it's unfair. I decided a few years back when I invested in my healing that me being a victim was over. I never identified as one, but pride blinded me from seeing how I was being one. This is what most people do unknowingly, by the way. There's only one thing that troubles me about this whole thing. I am deeply saddened that I could not heal these traumas within myself before spawning offspring. So knowing what I know, I wonder, what trauma do my kids carry with them now? Food for thought. Thank you. Forgive me. I love you.